Now, as part of Heritage and Tourism Month, we take you to one of the most historically significant yet overlooked heritage sites in Cape Town this morning. Now, the Castle of Good Hope, which underwent major restoration in the 1980s, is a former fort and was declared a historic monument in 1936, considered one of the best preserved examples of the Dutch East India Company. Now, SABC News reporter Tando Ntunja, we saw her earlier on, but she's been there this morning. And she's now joined by another guest. So let's take you there. Tando, good morning. And of course, you know, highlighting, as we say, perhaps one of the sites that would not be on the bucket list for so many of our local travelers especially, but of great significance historically. So what more do you have for us?
Thanks, Sakina. So earlier, as we've mentioned, while the Castle of Good Hope is a symbol of 200 years of colonial power and oppression, the 2021 physical launch of the Camissa Museum is actually an act of transformation and restoration in terms of restorative memory. So I'm very excited this morning to have with us Project Manager of the Camissa Museum, Elise Fernandez. Elise, thank you so much for your time.
Good morning, Tando. Thank you for having me.
So, Elise, what does Camissa mean?
Camissa means sweet water for all. The word Camissa is the creolized word for Kami Isa. Kami means water in our indigenous Kwekwe language, and Isa means beautiful. So put that together, roughly translated in our Korana language, it means sweet water for all.
Okay, so Elise, tell me, how do people respond to this particular space?
When visitors, local visitors and international visitors come into the Camissa Museum, I've had many moments where you see the penny drop. People don't always understand our complex history, and when they come into this space, you are met with many different emotions. People end up crying, they end up being wowed by our rich, diverse history, and a lot of the times our local visitors are able to understand, to gain a better understanding of where it is they come from. This museum is about the peopling of the Cape, how our indigenous people interacted with people who were the colonists and also enslaved peoples, and how we came to be.
Okay, so earlier when we were chatting offline, you were breaking down the different streams of how the museum is set up in terms of the tributaries. Can you explain what exactly that is so people can get a sense conceptually of how it's laid out?
Mm-hmm. So the concept developer and the curator, Patrick Melee and Angus Leondertz, they looked at 195 streams of origin, and that 195 streams of origin is broken down into 7 tributaries that make up the people of Cape Town. So I can pinpoint my heritage to tributary 6, which is when the Filipinos came to South Africa in the 1800s to escape the Spanish War. There's a big Filipino community, but also my indigenous ancestry on my maternal side in tributary 1.
Okay. And then just in closing, what kind of, do you see a mix of visitors in terms of international and local? The kind of people that come here?
The kind of people come here, it's definitely a mix. There are lots of school groups that visit the castle, and subsequently they come into the Camissa Museum as well. There are lots of international tourists that come, and lots of university scholars. We have about 3 events that's taken place over the next month where university scholars from UCT are coming to visit the Camissa Museum to find out how exactly we can unpack our history, not just through textbooks, but also through artwork, music, songs, and heritage.
Okay, thank you very much, Elise, for your time. Back to studio.
Oh, thank you so much, Tando. And yeah, something to do when you're out in Cape Town next.